Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, it's Richard. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Sees an alley. There he goes. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Raiola to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack to play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
The Hoosiers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Indiana! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Quick give. It's Lacy. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion.
Makes the catch on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This running back is a big weapon in the passing game, and it's not just checkdowns, but he can run vertical routes. He saw it there. Nice job by the O-line, giving the QB time from the pocket to deliver that strike. But this running back is special. He's got a lot of tools in the toolbox. Really nice play design and a big-time pass and catch for this offense.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Oh, pressure's coming. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Look out! Takes a hit as he fires. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The run inside. It's Richard. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Trying to squeak through the pile. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Plows through the defense. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Now on 2nd down. Throwing Raiola. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy score every time they throw the ball.
It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught over the middle. It's Cunningham. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. He throws one to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Buys time to his left. Left side is Marsh. Runs, continues to fight for yards. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Running inside, it's Richard. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. On the delay, it's Richard. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Raiola to throw. The short hands, it's Cobb. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Raiola. Right side, it's Marsh. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Raiola. He's got it.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Out wide right, it's Marsh. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers in all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Hoosiers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Flush to the left. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
At the 38-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Raiola to throw. Going to take a shot. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Sets his feet. It's Raiola. Unloads in the nick of time.
Ball was incomplete. I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Lacy. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws for the tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. And finally, in the 2nd quarter, they get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a weapon to ignore.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Out wide left, it's Cook. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Right side, it's Cook. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll move the wide receiver. Has to have it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Makes the catch. It's Richard. The Hoosiers take their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing Raiola. He lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Indiana.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Smashes it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 5 team, the UCLA Bruins. And it's the Red Raiders, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And you know what they say in college football, you got to take care of the games in your own backyard. They're now 2-2 after that home win.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
A stop him cold maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Uh-oh, look out. Got enough for the 1st down. Finding some room. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Headed for the corner, it's Lindsey. Breaks the tackle. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives to get.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Here's Raiola to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Raiola. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Gets rid of it.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
they'll punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown Rebels. Stealing a score on special teams. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Extending the play. Left side is Cobb. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Raiola. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. Still looking to his right. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
And he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start. Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Keeps it moving. It's Lacy. Pass to 6. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And that one will give them the lead.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Out wide left, it's shot. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Here's Raiola to throw. Rush right in his face. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Long way to go on second down. Again, it's Raiola. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Soft spot in the middle. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Moving to his left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Raiola. Turns it loose deep. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He's changing the play. Hits inside. It's Lacey. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Sets his feet. It's Knight. Rushes on. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Searching for space. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Here's Raiola to throw. Left side is Marsh. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Drops back on 1st down. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Marsh. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Raiola throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success in the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Raiola to the air again. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chip. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Breaks into the open. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the 1st down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Here's Raiola to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
To the air, it's Raiola. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Through the noise, Raiola tries to get him set. Got a man in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Buying a little time to his left. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to him.
Throwing Raiola. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. It's caught downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Changing the routes with his receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Line gets set. 1st down. From the gun, it's Lacy. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Right back to it. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line. The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Looking left. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Indiana. The defense putting points on the board. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Indiana 43, Ole Miss 28.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as as he stopped at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
And here's the third interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hoosiers! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
It's a running room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man. It's Knight. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
At the 20, he's got space. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Man, that's a bad fumble. I mean, you're going to give the ball to your playmaker. You understand the situation. All I'm trying to do is run clock, hold on to that thing, to fumble in that situation, and just breathe hope. You gave him life, and that's what you don't want to do. You just want to run that clock.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Cook. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw one first. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive.
Going downfield for the big play. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it.